out of the decisions you make.
I very much will be, Leaf. Thank you very much. Welcome in to the first game here of the winter side of things. If you guys are enjoying the seasons, we hope you continue to do so. Turtle, it's a pleasure as always. Let's get into this one.
Good 50-50s, and I'd say a very defensive start for both teams, Spaceman.
It was an uncharacteristic miss from Ixo, but
that's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Usually see him on the backboard trying to get those rebounds, and it left find anything. I do like the pressure I'm seeing from Tundra early on. Counterattacks have certainly been there through the physicality. It's been a viable option so far. Good save from Ixo.
Yeah, double commit, but it's actually not going to plague them too much. Very early to get back into rotation is Quadrant, even after a mistake. Here comes Ixo, a lot of space to work with, and a demo attempt from Relating Wave, who would have taken out RizX, but
game one very early on, this best of 5. Casio in a 1v1, didn't get the control he wanted on the touch.
As we get down to the final minute, it's just maintaining some pressure, making sure not to double commit like this.
Love that.
But I guess it's not going to be too big of a deal because Cash can get it around the first defender, but they're back on defense.
And these are the kinds of shots you're going to have to take. You're going to have to pull the defenders out towards midfield, go for those quick touches, almost a triple tap down.
Yep, Tundra was able to win their most recent battle, the G1 Invitational, but things are going to start strong for Quadrant. Game one in favor of these. Again, it wasn't a rough performance, but I know these players had high expectations going into that fall major.
Nothing crazy yet. We're still early on in the groups.
Sonics is a team that, like Leaf said, everybody should be keeping their eyes on. I think this is one of the best clear from Ixo that gives way to a potential counterattack chance, but that will get shut down. If you're going into this in your Tundra, you have to be worried about that physicality specifically in the field.
Not the triple commit.
Wait,
not the what? Tundra, where you've got to be able to find the back of the net. A triple commit from Quadrant. Wide open shot. Relating Wave does get the pre-jump save, but
he's really the only one around trying to center it out. Casio can't find it. Relating Wave, and yet again, the defensive Quadrant will shut down those one-at-a-time pushes we've seen out of Tundra. It hasn't been much. That drop down's disgusting. That's an opening goal with 3 minutes to go.
Firepower is that cannon, that loose cannon for Tundra that can pop off at any moment, and we need to see more of him with these setups. Here's a setup from RizX, though, off of a demo. Good space, but Relating Wave denies it. It's back down the other end with Cash, a follow-up demo, just taking players out left and right. And too much on defense, but here is Casio. That demo, crucial to set up space, but immediately denied by Relating Wave. And look at all the time that Quadrant have to move and transition forward. And look at the time Relating Wave has to take his shot at the net of Tundra.
Yeah, you can't miss those. I mean, Ixo just sets it up perfectly. Casio whiffs, Relating Wave finishes, 2-0 lead, 22 seconds. Two's across the board, folks. Listen, it's a tough one to come back from. We know it's only game 2, it's a best of 5, but my goodness, if you needed a goal, you need it now. You don't want to get shut out in this series. That's probably the worst thing that could happen.
You don't want to get shut out, and now Tundra, they're looking at a reverse sweep in order to win this best of 5. It's so important with your placement in groups. You want to be that team that comes out at the top to get that bye. Again, in groups, the 4th team, the bottom team obviously will get eliminated. That double tap is not going to go in. Tundra, they want to get one for the road, but it's not going to matter because they're down by 2 goals. And even with this double tap, which does look nice, it's just not enough.
I'm totally fine with this. I just needed something. But at the end of the day, you're not just playing, of course, for the potential chance of a 3 move on. And the winner, of course, number 1 seed will get a bye into the quarterfinals. Regardless, game 2 locked up and done. 2-1 Brazil. Can we get 6-1 to be like Romania or something?
Okay, sure.
Can we just switch it up? What's the problem with that, Lee? Come on, why not?
That these players have had practice in or gotten some reps in, but nothing compares to the pressure that you will feel in the RLCS because every series matters, every goal matters, and that opportunity certainly would have mattered for Tundra, but they get it back anyway. Casio, first goal. Things can get crazy just off the first series in Europe.
We're starting to see Tundra as well take off some of those sidewall chances defensively that have really been reliant for Quadrant to get possession back. Ixo will just try to float it towards the front as Cash goes up for the touch. Ixo back down. Beautiful 1-2-3. The
patience is able to calmly carry this ball out and hand it over to Relating Wave.
And I like that call. Ixo electing to go for the boost, gives it to Relating Wave for the possession. Now they can play upfield on a 1-2 give and go. Cash following in, misses, but can get back in time and try to fight for possession here. Relating Wave just going to back into it. And with time dwindling away in this one, a big game 3 for the series.
What is going on, Cash?
No way they missed that again. Ixo clears it out. Ixo in a 1v3 escapes with the ball in possession. All he has to do is center. The Casio on the ceiling more than happy to challenge.
Overtime looming over all of these players. But can Quadrant maybe get an opportunity? That ball does bounce off the corner. But Raziers is here to get the...
It's a corner. Not this time. It's going to OT. It's a deep cut for you RLCS aficionados.
It's a corner.
Everybody knows.
One of the greatest moments. And maybe we get a nice little highlight.
Only the true nerds know that. Come on.
Wait, what do you mean?
And trying to hold possession as they force the boost game, which so far has been all theirs.
And I would not be surprised to see this game end with a cash bump or potentially a relating wave double tap. It's a setup for Ixo, who gets a double tap himself. Then the follow-up save by Raziers, and Cassio crashes across the goal line. But at the end of the day, it is just not enough, and Quadrant gets a sweep.
I mean, what potentially do you do here? You're so low on boost, you have to throw everything at the net. They're stuffing one corner, and they eventually get it through. Quadrant with the opening sweep here to start the winter split. It looked relatively easy in the first two games, but that last one a little bit shaky. Regardless, a 2-1 win is a 2-1 win. They start off 3-0.